Hey, happy. Oh, I meant to color these roots before I got on here. Lord have mercy, I forgot. All right, don't judge me. I'm gonna have them colored next week. I sure I'm gonna throw a little touch up on it, but that's okay. Don't look at them. Just don't look at them. Just don't look at the roots. That's all I can say. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, and welcome to Mission for Mental Health. I am your host, Jackie Robinson. I missed y'all. I knew I shouldn't have ate that candy. I ain't supposed to be eating candy anyway, but I needed that little bit. I missed y'all. I have been on a little hiatus. I took a little break because I just needed a little break to get my mind right, get my thoughts right, get everything right. And now I'm back. I am booked all the way through September, y'all. So what I decided to do is I decided to change the show from every Wednesday to every other Wednesday because, it could get a little heavy sometimes dealing with people and what's going on. They call it vicarious trauma. I've been learning some big words, y'all. So it's called vicarious trauma. And sometimes you take on other people's things when you don't have to. And so I decided, you know what? Let me take a break in between these shows so I can just get my mind back right, get my mental wellness all in check and all that good stuff. Because I know y'all saw that I posted today that I am back in therapy. And I am. So I decided to do the show every other Wednesday. So I'll do a repeat probably next week of something, from the past. And then the following Wednesday, we will be on again. And guess what? I am booked through September. Yes, won't he do it? So I have a good one for y'all today. I have a young lady that I've been knowing quite a long time, and I've met her through a good friend of mine. And I, sent that little that little kite out to the Book of All Faces and was like, hey, I'm getting ready to crank this thing back up. And I'm looking for some guests. And I know it's some people that's up in here that would want to share their stories. And sure enough, yes, because I am booked. So let me just stop being rude, honey. And let me bring my friend on here. We have us some grown folks libations for this evening, and I can't wait to bring her on. So hold on, let me just bring her on to the screen right quick. Hold on, let me see. Michelle, is you here, Michelle? Welcome to the stage, yes, Michelle.
Thank you.
Give us some hand claps. Give us some hand claps. Welcome to the stage, Michelle. Turn up. Thank you for reaching out and willing to share some of you with us. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
You doing all right today?
Yes, ma'am. Cheers. Bottoms up.
Yes. Okay. So I know y'all hear that accent, right? I know y'all hear it. I'm not like, girl, girl, you over the place? You across the pond now? Has your podcast made it across the pond? No, she here with us, y'all. She here with us. Let me read you her bio right quick. Let me let you all know a little bit about her, and then we'll dive into, what made her reach out and what made her want to come on the show. Hold on one second. Let me move these banners out of the way. Let me hide that. I always let folks know if you're in crisis or no one knows someone struggling with crisis, you can always call or text 988. We have to throw that out there because, people are
Of
going through some
course.
things and they don't know what to do. And they
Mhm.
call me. And they call me. So we already got some folks getting ready to pop on here and show us a little bit of love. And so that's great. I know you know her.
I know, Miss
Ah, my hey booze, hey girl, hey green, how you do? How you do? All right, so let me read her bio. Let me read her bio to you all. I got to make it a little bit bigger so I can see. Michelle Hibbert. Michelle Hibbert, an expat resident residing in Atlanta. So y'all know before I came on, I had to click on and say, "What's an expat, girl?" I didn't know what that was. Don't be using these big words with me. She was like, "Girl, you could call it what you want, girl. You could say I'm foreign. I just moved here, or whatever. Basically, I'm from the UK. I'm from across the pond." And she's residing here in Atlanta. She's been here for 18 years. She brings a wealth of experience in both education and wellness. With 18 years of teaching in the UK and the United States across middle school, high school, community college, physical education, and health. Y'all, she did quite a few things. She's in that teaching game. Michelle has honored her skills in guiding individuals towards holistic wellness. Beyond her role as an educator, she is also a certified personal trainer through the American College of Sports Medicine. Michelle's journey into life coaching came about her seeking a life coach herself, and that is what I titled her intro today. Right, when you're looking for a life coach and then you turn around and become one, that's her title of this show. She now gets to pay this forward to her clients by empowering them to enact transformative changes, enabling them to overcome anxiety, being overwhelmed, and stress in both personal and professional realms. Through her guidance, clients consistently find themselves with newfound confidence, alignment, and resilience, enabling them to confront life's challenges with great ease and peace. Michelle teaches y'all how to confront your challenges, whether it's personal, whether it's professional, and how to do this thing with ease. That's basically what a life coach is, right?
Pretty much.
Pretty much teaching us how to teach us how to, as the folks say now, life be lifing, teaching us how to life through life, right? Teach us how to be lifing. Teaching us how to life. So
Yes, yes.
as I mentioned in your bio, you are from the UK and you've been here for 18 years. What was
Mhm.
life like in the UK? What was life like living there?
Um, Dull, gray, depressing. No, I'm joking. The weather
I'm
is
about to say, what?
terrible.
It's supposed to be buying tickets to go over there.
The weather is terrible. Look, I just came back from the UK. It was June. I had a puffer jacket on, I had a scarf on. I said to my husband, "Are you would you ever want to live in the UK?" After about 2 hours, he said, "It's June. There's no way. I have to wear a sweater." So,
Mm,
and he's like, "This is supposed to be summer." I said, "Well, you just got to roll the dice because you never know what the weather's going to be like." So, again, it's gray. There can be nice days. Can be
right,
nice days, but again, it was gray. It was cold. It was foggy.
right.
But I had a good
It sounds
childhood.
like
I'm not
San
gonna, I'm not gonna,
Francisco.
I'm not gonna say that I had a shitty childhood. But I mean that's what London's like. So,
Sounds
but
like
I
San
got bored.
Francisco. Sound,
Seattle, right?
yeah,
Seattle,
sounds like
right?
we got places here just like that. So,
Right.
all right. So, what
Right.
what made you decide to come to the United States?
So I was. It took me I'd say about 3 years to actually come over because I just broken up. It's always a breakup, right? It's always a
Right,
breakup. Like I need to get
right,
away. So I just broken up from the fiance that I was supposed to get married, and I'm glad I didn't get married. And I wanted to go and teach abroad, and I would say, I'll say this, I'm kind of living my mother's dream. because
Oh.
all of her siblings moved to the US and she was the one that didn't.
Mm.
And my dad didn't want to move to the US, and so she resided in the UK. So it's always been her dream to live in the States, and I kind of feel that I'm kind of living that out. But I wanted to just
Yeah.
come and explore and see what it was like to teach. Now, I'd been traveling to the US from like 18 months old because all of my extended family was here. So I was used to the US, but living and then obviously visiting, two completely different things. But yeah,
Right.
I just wanted to teach abroad, and tried I tried to go to Canada, that didn't work, and then I tried to go to New Zealand, that didn't work, and then I found a program that
New
would do
Zealand.
an Mhm. Your face, New Zealand.
Okay.
Part of the Commonwealth. Part of the Commonwealth.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And then I got interviewed for a school, for some public schools in South Carolina. So I went through that program, and then they moved the principal, and then they didn't get back to me. So I was just like, well, I can't go because I need a job.
Right.
So then it took another year for me to go to an international job fair in London, and the school, Atlanta International School, was hiring, and I kind of got the job in April and moved in August 2006. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah. Great. And you met your husband here too, right?
I did, yes.
So some good things came out of the United States.
Yes.
Some good things, some
Yes,
good things.
indeed.
Some good
Yes,
things came out of the United States. Yes,
yes,
yes.
yes,
And you all have a
indeed.
blended family, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So he has a son, and he's 18, and he will be off to college in August next month. Oh
A
my gosh,
couple
yeah,
weeks.
next month. Hmm?
A
Couple of
couple
weeks.
weeks.
End of towards the end of August. So yeah, but
Is he the
shit's
last of the
getting real.
Mohican? Is
Mm-hmm.
he the last of the Mohican in the
Yep.
family?
Mhm.
So now it's just gonna be y'all. You and your
Yes.
husband. It's just gonna be you and your husband.
Yes, it is.
Oh my. Ooh.
You are
Yes,
so
ma'am.
silly.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So tell me a little bit about you. Tell me a little bit about how life coaching came. We know how teaching started, and
Hmm.
you've been a teacher all this time up until recent, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Well, I mean, technically, I'm still teaching. I'm still
Okay.
teaching. It's
Okay.
my superpower. It's my
Mm-hmm.
superpower.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to get rid of it. But it's just ingrained in me. I'm ingrained to help people, and I'm always wanting to get the best out of people and help. So it's never left me. Even though it's not in a classroom setting, I'm still educating and still helping people. So
Okay.
I'm owning it.
Okay. So let's talk. So what made you reach out to me when I put that post out there? What made you say, eh,
Because I feel that every time people share a story, it's always good to share the story and for people to say, "Shit, I'm not the only one feeling like this," or
Mhm.
"I'm glad there's someone else out there like me," because you always think that I'm the only one suffering.
Absolutely.
And you're not.
Absolutely. And you're not.
You're not. Now, people may not be as vocal. I'm a person who's going to be vocal, if you haven't already gathered with my personality. But some people will sit in silence and not say anything. And again, it's always just good to share because
Yes.
you know,
So,
sharing is
I have a hashtag that someone gave me when I first started the podcast, and it's healing is in the conversations.
mm,
What I've learned about doing this podcast is that there are so many people who resonate with me, and I would have never known if I would have never shared. And I also
right.
know what I've also learned is that the more I share, the better I feel. You
Hmm.
know, Dana says I'm very vocal. Yes, we know. Yes, we know,
I know.
ma'am. You are
I
very
was laughing at that comment. I was just like, oh well, yeah.
yes, we but I've learned since I started doing this that I feel better when I know that that they're that I'm not doing this by myself.
Right.
It feels good to know that I'm not going through these journeys by myself. And some people's stuff is not to the extent of what I'm going through, but some people's things are worse than what I'm going through, right?
Mhm.
Some people
Mhm.
are, suffering so bad they can't get out of bed and got to take
Right.
medication and all these other
Mhm.
things. Unfortunately, I'm not at that point, but there are people who are. So that's
Mhm.
one thing I love about doing this show. So let's hear your story.
Oh, let me take a sip of my drink.
Okay, well, I'll take one with you. Hold on.
Might be here a while. No, I'm joking.
Okay.
So, you drinking a margarita?
I am. And try to put it in a
Nice.
pretty glass.
Yeah, I know. That's awesome. Um, so I would say my story begins like this. I got out of teaching in the classroom because I was done, burnt out, and I know that there are plenty of teachers out there who are probably in the same thing of like, I can't leave the profession because this is all I know and this is what I'm good at. But schools are asking so much of teachers now and all the paperwork and you know, and let's be honest, it pays shit. Pays
Yeah,
shit. And for the amount of stuff that people do for these kids, for the new generation that are coming into the community and stuff, I just think that they should get paid a lot more.
absolutely.
Um, and I was just tired of I was just tired. I was just tired of teaching. I was tired of writing report cards. And so I needed a break. And yes, it was scary. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And, again, I was pushing away the teaching and then decided, okay, you know what? I'll just open up a couple of businesses. That should be easy.
Mm. Okay.
Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Going from a, salary paycheck every
A
month
guaranteed check.
to guaranteed to oh shit, I got no money coming in. Gotta start kind of getting my stuff together.
Mhm.
Um, so that was a big, eye-opening thing for me. But again, I I just wanted to do something different. So I opened up a travel agency business and then I did a direct sales company that was all about sexual health and wellness. And it was great because again, I talked about health with kids. So talking about health with adults is fine. Sexual health, it's
Right.
great. But I didn't realize on how much time and effort it would need to run a business. And I had just gotten married. So that whole navigating being a wife, because this is my first marriage. I got married at an older age and I'm not ashamed of it. But you get stuck in your ways when you're older and stuff like that. And
Absolutely.
there are
Absolutely.
things you kind of like, well, what's this bullshit? What's this? I don't need to put up with it. So again, trying to work out how do I be a wife? And that was a challenge. That was a real challenge of, what I need to do in this relationship. And then I have a child that I technically am going to raise. Now I know I'm not his mother, but I'm helping raising him. And, where's my voice in that? And what should I do? And
Right.
how our relationship's going to be. So
And then
I was like,
you quit your job. You cut the money. So he's the breadwinner.
yes. And my husband's a teacher. It's not the fact that I have a rich husband that I can just, be lady laying around, you know, like just lording about. Nope.
Uh-huh.
No. So in my mind, I was just like, I don't know how to be a wife. I'm trying to learn how to be a wife. I quit my job. We didn't have a lot of savings either. But I was
Mm,
like, I'm just going to quit my job. And then I got to be a stepmom, and I'm trying to run these businesses, which I don't really. I mean, yes, I had a travel business. I love traveling, and I'm like, I'm going to get paid for it. But really, I didn't understand or know how to run a business. I
correct.
was just kind of flying by the seat of my
Wing,
pants.
wing it. Uh-huh.
Yes, yes. Baking it till I made it.
Yeah.
Um, and let me tell you, Jackie, I kind of lost who I was because it was so much to deal with, and I put so much pressure on myself. Like, I gotta be the perfect wife, but what does that look like? You know,
Right.
and then I have been single for such a long time, and now I've got these two people in my life, and I'm like, oh my God, I've got these other people. You know, it's not just me.
It's not just you
And
anymore.
that, no, and so that was a challenge. And if my husband is watching this or whatever, the whole sharing shit, that was hard for me. Let me just say, sharing. I've been single for a long time,
Right, right.
so the whole sharing and discussing things, and I'm like, no, I just make the decision. No, Michelle,
Right,
you've got a partner and you've got a child, so you can't just go off and make a decision. It's not as easy as that.
right.
So so yeah, I just kind of lost myself. I didn't
Mhm.
know who I was. And plus, again, I had those thoughts of, what am I doing? I've opened up these two businesses. Is this really what I want to do?
Right.
Is this right for me? And I was stressing about money because it wasn't coming in quick enough.
Absolutely.
And, yes, we had to use credit cards and stuff. And I would be bursting into tears in the supermarket thinking, oh my God, I'm just racking up so much debt. And,
Mhm.
but I can't let them take away the house. And there was so much on my shoulders that, again, I just
How was your husband feeling? How was your husband feeling when you're going through this process? Because he married a woman who had a whole check, and then not only a check but benefits. And then she decides she's tired, and because she's so accustomed to, being on her own, she makes decisions without, fully communicating. We didn't have a lot of savings and could really afford for her to do that. We are accumulating that. Um, how is he responding to you with all of the? Is he applying pressure? Or is he's like, babe, we got it. Babe, we got it.
he wasn't applying the pressure. I was putting the pressure on myself. He
Mhm.
was the one like, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. I just want what's best for you and your mental health. And you're doing, the fact that you're not teaching, you seem to be better on the outside. On the outside.
Right.
Um, Plus I wasn't sharing this stuff with him.
How you were
Because again,
feeling.
I would no, 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 no. Again, trying to decide how to be this wife. I'm like, no, I'm going to keep all this stuff because this is my burden. Because I put this on our shoulders. I got to take it. So I
Mhm.
wasn't talking as much. But he was just like, no, no, no. The businesses, you're going to get them going, la la.
He's
So
supportive.
he was supportive.
He's a good.
But
That's a
again,
good man. Mhm.
yeah, it is. It is. It
Mhm.
is.
Mhm.
And then I had to, and then when I broke down in the supermarket crying, he was there and he was just like, what's wrong? I was just like, I just don't, and we just don't have any money, and this is stressing me out. And so it kind of went to head when we were in the grocery store. And I just kind of broke down. And that's where I had to get a therapist because I was just like, I can't deal with
Mhm.
this no more. This is just too much. Too much going on.
So what happened in the grocery store?
I
Let
would,
me
you know,
let me back up
go
1
ahead.
second. Let me back up
Yeah,
1
yeah,
second.
go ahead.
What when did all this occur? Is this like within the last year, 2
Oh
months?
no, this was back in 2017, 2018.
Okay, so before pandemic. And so
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
what happens in the grocery store?
Like we're grocery shopping and you know, yeah, exactly. Um, I'm just reading Dana's comment. So,
Uh-huh.
you know, we're just putting stuff in the cart and I'm looking at it thinking, we really can't afford to buy any of this. But I'm just going to stick it on the credit card. And then it just got so much and I'm just kind of like, and we weren't even in Georgia. We were I think we were in Virginia Beach and I was just like, this is just too much. This is just too much. You know, we really can't afford to buy all this stuff, but we're just buying it anyway. And you know, and then I just kind of broke down in the store.
Mhm. And what was his
And you know,
response?
he was like, "Babe, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. This is just
Mhm.
temporary. You know, let's put a few things back, but you know, let's get the essentials and you know, we'll work it out and when we get back to Georgia, we'll, you know, put a plan together and stuff like that." So he was just kind of like, you know, obviously trying to make me feel better obviously, but
Right.
it was I think the pressure cooker had just kind of like exploded
Yep.
and it just and I wish it hadn't got to that phase, you know, because it always has to go to a pressure cooker phase, you know, where it's just like
Yep.
builds up, and then it's just like boom, done.
Well, we're those kind of people. You know, women, we tend to
Oh
um not just black women, but you know, other women too.
yeah.
But oftentimes black women, a lot of times black women, but other women do it too. We tend to walk around and act like everything's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna be good. We good. We gonna figure this out. I'm gonna
Yep.
figure it out. We gonna figure it out because I created this problem that he didn't ask for. So I'm gonna work it out. I mean, I do the same thing. Trust and believe. There's many a
Yep.
days when he says, "Well, how much is it? Well, what do you? Oh, well, what do you need? Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. I got it. I got it. I got it. You know." And deep down, I'm like, I ain't got it. But I would never say it. You know, I'll never. Well, shit, he watching. He knows now. But I would I forgot he's watching. He left the first comment. You know, so I relate very much with what you're saying because I often try to, you know, act like I have it and deep down I don't, but I don't want
Mhm.
to look like I'm a failure or look like I'm letting you
Right.
down or look like I'm
Right.
not what you thought I was or look like, you know, I can't handle this or look like I just don't want to be that extra burden. You already got your own stuff going on, so I'm
Mhm.
just trying not to be. I don't want you to think. We don't want y'all to think you inherited a problem. You know what I'm like. So we do that. We mask it, and something always happens to cause us to. They say, "Yep, he's on here." Something always happens that causes us to crack, right? And what has happened is we have taken on so much that you have what's called a mental breakdown. You just have a mental breakdown. And
Mhm.
so now that you've had the mental breakdown, what's next? What do you do? What do you do,
Well,
Michelle?
again, I mean, I got a therapist because I was like, all right, I can't deal with this shit no more. I really can't. And I had lost who I was because I was spinning around in the, you know, I've just done this to our family. I've become a wife. I've become a stepmom. I'm trying to open these businesses, and it was just like, yeah, this is a lot. So
And you
I had
created debt.
to,
And the
and I created
goal, and
shit.
we're older. So when you're older, the goal is to eliminate debt. You know, as we get older, we're like, okay, we want less debt as possible because, you know, we want to move towards, you know, this retirement phase and we create these plans. and we're trying to become debt free, but in actuality, you are accumulating debt. But also,
Yep.
when on the other hand, you kind of think about also, do I really want to go back in the school system? Like my mental health was toe up in the school system. Do I want to be fucked up, excuse me, effed up over here or effed up over here? Like, do I want to sacrifice my mental health by the school system, or do I want to sacrifice my mental health, by creating debt?
I would create the
What
debt.
is it that I want to
Put it into context. I'm so sorry. Just saying. Oh, so we're not allowed to say the F word. I just wanted to make sure.
You can say whatever you want. I try not to say the F word. I try not to say
It's
it. You can
okay.
say whatever you want to say.
I was just curious. So yeah, no, my mental health was more important than it sounds awful, because that is also another mental mindset in
Yes.
itself. But yes, I was not. No. I was not going back. No.
So it's going back to the school is not an option.
It was not an option. No,
Not an
no.
option.
No. So yeah, so I got my therapist. I decided that I was going to get
Danny talking about say it. Danny love that word. She love that F word. Don't say it. She's gonna feel better. I should have popped her on here. She let her just come in here and just say all the F words she wants to say, because she loves that word.
Well, I mean, your show, so I'm just making sure,
No, we're free here. I just
Okay.
try not to say the F word.
Okay.
Because I don't,
Right.
like my sisters and them look at her ass. Like my sisters then be watching, and sometimes these streaming folks will censor you and block some of your stuff with some stuff that you say. So, yeah. So she said F that. But sometimes you have to be careful on how you use certain words, because they're like, oh, so I try not to use that word, but anyway, moving on. So
got it.
So now you got the therapist. Is the therapist working, not working, helping, not helping?
The therapy was helping, because she was helping me navigate me being married and being the wife. And I also have to say something else that just popped into my head. The fact that I moved from the UK to the US, my mother always said to me, whatever you do, make sure you have enough money to do what you need to do. And that was in my head with the groceries. Like, I don't have money to pay for this. And my mother's probably thinking, what the F are you doing? Why are you buying this? You don't have the money. So, you have that ingrained of mama said, and I'm ignoring what mama says right now, because we don't have, we need food. So yes, I just needed to put that out, because that was also something that was kept on going into my mind. Like, my mother always told me, have your own money, and now I don't have my own money, because I quit my job.
Because you quit your job.
That was also on the shoulders. But yes, the therapy did help, because it helped me with the marriage piece and the being the stepmom piece, because it was, again, so new to me, at an older age, and I needed that kind of guidance of what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. Are you listening to
Right.
are you listening to your partner? Are you not listening to your partner? Are you being selfish? Are you compromising? Are you, so that was very, very helpful.
Right.
Are you spending time with your partner? Because I really wasn't spending much time with him as well, because I was constantly working in my business to try and make it work, because I'm like, I don't know how to do this, and I need to do this, and I got to earn money. And so I was constantly working, so to speak.
So, so after teaching, and what made you, do you still do the businesses, or did you dissolve them?
So I dissolved the direct sales. We still have the travel business. And opened up the life coaching business.
Yeah. So let's move into how this life coaching came about.
Yes. It was funny because I went to a retreat for my direct sales company, and they invited this lady who was a life coach, and she was also into health and wellness. So that's how we kind of connected, and I was just like, I loved her vibe, loved her energy. She used to do lots of boot camps in San Francisco area, in the Bay Area, and she kind of stopped doing that. It was a successful business for her, and then she decided that she wanted to help women in particular kind of build up their lives with their businesses and their everyday living. And so at our retreat, she offered us a program to help us with our business. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, I need some help. I need help
I need
because
all the
I'm
help
not
I can get right now.
shit. I mean, I feel like I was going around in a circle and not making headway. And yes, I was making sales, but not to the point of, I was stuck in my head. I was stuck in my head. And I had that imposter syndrome, like, no one's going to buy stuff from me. And, I'm not good at sales. And, you have all those negative thoughts about, what you can and can't do.
And direct
So I
sales is
joined,
hard. Direct
yes,
sales is hard.
sales in general.
We know I've done direct sales too. Direct sales is
Yeah.
hard because you are trying to get people to spend money that they really either don't have to spend or
Hmm.
have it to spend. You're just trying to get people, and you're trying to get people to come join you and doing this thing. And direct sales is very challenging. Um,
Hmm.
it can be done because it clearly can be done because you see people succeed in doing it. But
Yeah.
I understand, and I felt like I'm spending more money than I'm making. Even though I'm
Right.
still, I still have it, but it's direct sales can be very challenging. You have to really,
Yes,
really work to be
you
one of those
do.
top 5%ers or 1%ers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Totally. And so I said, yeah, let me get some help. Guess what? I put it on my credit card. Again, more debt. More debt. But I was just like,
Mhm.
no, because I have to make this work. And I'm one of those people, I'm very strong-minded, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna make this work. I have to make it work because, you know, I love the products. Again, I was educating people about sexual health and wellness, so the teaching never went. And so she kind of helped me kind of with the therapist, with the whole marriage thing and getting that together. And then using her, again, she was very focused on the health and wellness. So I could relate to everything that she was saying because in that time I was like, I can't afford to work out. Working out was very important in my life. I couldn't afford to work out.
Right.
I wasn't eating very well because I was depressed. So, when you're depressed, I eat a lot of sugar. Just letting you know, and I eat bad food. I just do. And I know when I'm also stressed because I eat bad food when I'm stressed. So she helped me put the focus back onto who I was as a person. You're Michelle Hibbert. You're a person who works out. You're a person who likes to go and do things. You don't necessarily need to go and spend a shit ton of money, but you need to go out and you need to do things.
Right.
You also need to stop working 24/7 on your businesses, and you need to go out into the community and you need to go and network with people to tell them about your business and sow those seeds and cut it off. Manage your time to the point of you read a book in the evening or you journal or whatever, but you should not be working 24/7 on your business. You should allocate a certain amount of time. So she kind of helped me kind of like map out my days
Yeah.
and me getting back to who I was as a person and saying these are the non-negotiables. Like your non-negotiable is you need to, don't care how much it costs, you need to go and work out. Because I'm the type of person, I have to go to a place. to go and work out. I can't work out at home. My husband and son, if you saw our garage, it is like a wrestling, there's wrestling mats, there's weights, it's like a wrestling room type deal with weights and barbells and stuff. That is not for me. I've got Peloton sat right there, which I use, but I need to go out to a gym and be with my people. And I need
Be with the
someone,
people.
even though, yes, I'm a personal trainer myself, I need someone to train me because otherwise I'm going to be lazy. And I'm owning it. I'm owning it.
Yeah.
I need someone to kick my ass. I can kick someone
Mm-hmm.
else's ass, but I need
Mm-hmm.
someone to kick my ass.
Mm-hmm.
So I will pay for someone to go and kick my ass for 45 minutes and then I'll come home. That's it.
Right.
So she said that's a non-negotiable. And whenever I work out, I feel so much better. Feel so much better. I can start my day. I'm not a morning person, never have been, but I work out in the mornings, have done for a very long time. And once I work out, my days are more productive. When I don't work out, my days are not productive.
Okay.
And from that was able to give me the time because we scheduled the time in.
Right.
And then it was like, all right, once you work out and you come home, you need to allocate 2-3 hours on doing X, and that's it. You go and do something else. And the fact that she put those kind of systems in place for me helped me get back into, again, working out and being a little bit more productive in my business
Right.
and not just
Right.
spinning my wheels.
Right.
And then also telling me I need to go and network and go out into the community. And so that's what I was doing. Because again, I didn't know. I was like, well, how do I get these people?
Right.
So she helped me. And from doing that course, I was just like, huh. She was able to help me get my life on track. Because I
Right.
was like
All over
going
the
down
place.
in a dark hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, this is something I could get behind because even though I had, the travel business and I'm helping educating people traveling and the sexual health and wellness, I'm like, I'm looking at the whole person now. I'm not just looking at certain pieces. And I could also
Right.
weave those things in if I needed to. So that got me thinking. I was just like, all right, I want to get involved in this because I saw what she did for me and then I saw what she did for the other women that were in the group. And she had kind of like a beginner's kind of like intro to coaching. So I did that course. Yes, I put it on my credit card too. So sorry, guys. Because I'm like, no, this is for me. I think this is what
Correct.
I was looking for because I was looking at jobs like doing a project manager and la la la, and I'm like, that's not me. I don't. This is me. The helping, the educating,
Yeah.
being
The
someone's
health and the wellness.
cheerleader, the health
The
and
health
wellness.
and the
It's
wellness. That
me.
is that is
It's
you.
me.
Yeah.
It's me. And
Not
so I did her course.
teaching health and wellness. Teaching health and wellness is you.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So I did
Mm-hmm.
her course, and this was all during COVID, by the way. So
Okay. So recently.
it was a perfect time. So 2021 is when I opened up my coaching business. So it was a perfect time because we're all stuck at home. We're all trying to work out what are we doing in our lives. We're stuck inside. We can only go for walks, and everyone's banned from being together and stuff like that. And people are going stir crazy. And what is the meaning of my life? And I hate my husband, and I want to get a divorce, or I want to get pregnant, or all the things that happened in COVID. My sales were the best sales for sexual health and wellness, just so you know, because
Yeah, I'm sure they were.
everyone was
I,
getting busy.
I think I bought a couple things.
Everyone was getting busy, so have to be happy about that. So part of her program was like, all right, you're going to get a group of women together and you're going to coach them. And I said, do what? And she goes, yeah, you're gonna put a little program together and you are gonna coach some women. And I'm like, okay. So then I started putting my feelers out, and people were just like, yes, yes, yes. And I was charging them a nominal fee, and it was like a 4-week program, and that just kind of sparked the thing of, all right, you know what? I'm a teacher. I have to have credentials. Let me go and find somewhere to go and get some credentials, because I like credentials against my
Correct.
name. So I
Mm-hmm.
went and got a certification. Dana's like, I bought some stuff too. Yes, you did, girl. So I got the credentials, and I was just like, all right, this is what I need to do. And I thoroughly, 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 did I say thoroughly, enjoy helping people and getting to where they want to be. Because some people, when we're struggling, we just can't see the wood through the trees, and we're just like,
Correct.
you know, and I wish people would ask for help instead of getting to the point of catastrophe where the pressure cooker boils and blows over, and then it's like, all right, I need help. Let's get the help before the pressure cooker
Yeah.
blows, and
Correct.
and we can get you on your way. So that's kind of my little journey, and it's been a good journey. I mean, obviously we learn from it, but you know, um, I'm just thankful that I can help get to people where they want to be. Now, I'm one of these people who I'm very results driven, so I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Because everyone, some people are like, yeah, I'm gonna sign up and I'm gonna bullshit. You ain't gonna bullshit with me. I'm so sorry. I'm here to
Yeah.
get results.
To get you to where you're trying to be in life.
Yes,
And
exactly.
some people live in the fantasy. In your mind, you say, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. And then in actuality, it's not really what you want because you're not ready. So
Right.
how do you how do you get ready? How do you get people to say, okay, I'm ready and I'm serious? How do you get people to do that? Do you share your story with them, or do you just how does that work?
I do share my story, but I can't give myself credit for this. When I was training to be a personal trainer, there is this kind of wheel, and people are in on the wheel, or is it a wheel? Well, it's more like of a little timeline. You're in the pre-contemplation, and then you're in the contemplation phase, and then you're in the kind of make it happen phase. I can't make someone go from the contemplation to make it happen. I can give them the advice and I can tell them how I can help them, but they have to make the decision. They have to decide whether they want to invest in themselves, because it's all about investing in yourself.
Yeah.
Some people don't think they're worthy of investing in themselves.
Mm, mm,
So
mm,
that's a whole nother issue. That's a whole
mm,
nother
mm,
podcast.
mm,
That's a whole
mm.
nother issue right there. The fact that they don't think they're worthy of investing in themselves. They'd rather
Mm.
invest in a Gucci bag, but not invest in themselves to better
Absolutely.
themselves.
Absolutely.
Sorry,
Absolutely.
sorry.
There's a whole lot of
Um,
them running around here looking good, but messed up. Looking good on
so
the outside, but that mess that inside is toe
right,
up.
right. So it's not about me persuading. I'm waiting. I want to work with the people that are ready. And yes, I can tell you I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, but you have to make that transition. I can't make that for you. But when you're ready, and you're ready in that I'm going to say make shit happen phase.
Mhm. Yep.
Oh, it's on. It's
It's
on.
on and popping.
It's on and popping, and you just gotta we're gonna obviously go through everything that I have for you, and we're gonna start setting goals, and I'm gonna help you each and every step of the way, and I'm gonna be your accountability person. And what people don't understand is, because I had a client, and he said to me, he goes, I feel like I'm letting you down when I don't do things.
I was gonna ask you, do men do this too?
Yes, yes, they do. And I had to say to him, I said, you're not letting me down. You're just showing us, because we're a team,
Okay.
that this is too much for you. What we planned was too much for you. So I'm not upset. I'm not saying, oh, you're shit. Oh, you're crap. No, this is a realization for us that it's too much. You're taking on too much. You're
Taking on
saying that
too
you can
much.
do it, but really you can't do it.
Right.
And so we just need to dial it back. And I'm not upset. I'm not angry. It's a learning situation for us. And he was just like, wow, I never even thought about it like that. I said, I'm not
Yeah.
upset. I said, I am physically not judging you because why should I judge you? I'm here to help you. So I'm not going to judge you. We all fail at doing stuff. And
Absolutely.
sometimes
That's
we
how we
say we're going to
learn.
do something. Exactly. And sometimes we say, you know what, that's just too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
And if it's too much, then it's okay. But again, people put that pressure on themselves because what will people say? What will people think? People are going to think that I'm a loser, or, I can't fend for myself. No. If they say that, then you know what? Screw them. They're not living in your shoes. They don't know
Correct.
what's going on. So if they want to judge you, let them judge you. They ain't your friend otherwise, because they're a
Correct.
piece of shit. Sorry. Piece of shit. Choose new friends.
She likes piece of
Choose
shit.
new friends.
Sorry. You're a piece of shit. What
Why?
how long is the course?
So I have two courses. Because I know everyone doesn't need the hand holding.
Mm-hmm.
So I have two courses. I've got one. Watching you all have cocktails without me is too much.
Let me give her a little bit
So-
more. Let me give you a little bit more.
um, so I have a program that's called it's called the Mental Fitness Program. So that's all about working all of the inner enemies that you have, all those little devils on your shoulders. Like, you think you're gonna do that? Yeah, whatever. No, so sorry. I need you to go over here. We work on that. To kind of quieten those little devils on your shoulder, those inner enemies, and kind of change it around. So the negative thoughts that you have, we're changing them into positive, and thinking, when we think the negative things, thinking about, how is it, what am I learning from this? What gifts and opportunities am I getting from this situation right here? And not
Right.
going down that spiral of, I'm shit, I'm not good enough, I've got the imposter syndrome, no one's gonna like me. So we kind of get out of that negative thought.
Get the negative
And that's
thoughts.
that program. Yeah, so that's that program, and that lasts 8 weeks. And that's for the people who just need confidence building and everything like that, and want to kind of get rid of those negative energies. And then we do some goal setting at the end. So the people who are like, once I've got my goals and I've got them down and everything, I can run with it. Yay. Great. Then my 12-week program is more in depth. We kind of do an analysis of your life as it looks right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of go into nitty gritty. So I do bring in wellness into my coaching. So wellness is the foundation of my coaching. And we kind of look at certain different aspects of wellness and how it's affecting a person's life. And then I get the person to rank the wellnesses, to say what's the most important ones. And then we kind of go down the list. And then we work through those wellnesses, because I'll give you an example. The majority of the clients that I work with, their number one issue or wellness problem that they have is occupational wellness. So they're not happy in their job.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
And when
I
they're
see
not
that.
happy in their job,
Mm-hmm.
their physical wellness deteriorates. So if they're working all the time, they're not working out, they're not exercising, they're not eating right. So then that piece is going to affect their emotional state, because they're going to be tired, they're going to be sluggish, they're not going to have a lot of energy. And then the effects of that is, they don't have any energy, they don't want to be sociable, they don't want to socialize, they don't want to go out into their community, they maybe don't want to see their friends, they don't want to go and hang out with their family. And
Right.
so, and then that may affect their spiritual wellness because they may not be going to church, or they may not want to journal and stuff because they just don't have time, because they just want to rest.
Want to
So
sleep.
that exactly, they just want to sleep and
Kind of like
rest.
depression. They're putting themselves into a depression.
Yes. So I focus on those. I've kind of told you all the elements of wellness that I focus on, and everyone gets to see the connections of how it affects their everyday life. And then in those wellnesses, we then set small goals. And we set big goals, and then we break them down into small chunks and small pieces. And then that's where we
Correct.
bring in the tools of that program, that mental fitness program, so they get access to that mental fitness program as well. So that kind of works concurrently with the deep dive, attaching it to their wellness, getting rid of those negative energies. And then if there's any other pain points that come up, we kind of address them and we see success. Let me just tell you, 100% of my clients see success at the end of the 12 weeks.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Y'all
Again, they
give her
put in
some
the
hand
work.
claps on that.
They put in the work. They put in the work. And I'm
Yeah.
just there to help them and handhold. So yes.
Awesome. 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 So
Yeah.
so it's an amazing story. Y'all, she came here from across the pond, y'all, as a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Realized she ain't like them kids no more. She tired of y'all kids. She's tired of y'all parents, and she's tired of y'all kids, and she's tired of not getting paid enough to take care of y'all kids. Quit your job. Quit her job. She has a husband, she has a bonus child, and quits her job. She's accumulating debt. She's trying to take on everything on herself. Her mental health is clearly breaking down until she actually has a mental breakdown, which puts her in therapy. She's doing two businesses, direct sales is one, and she meets a life coach. They're good at doing that, those direct sales conferences, bringing in life coaches. And they end up, a lot of things that I did learn from direct sales, even with running other businesses outside of the direct sales businesses, their model that they use can work in a lot of different aspects of your life. That's one thing I can say I appreciate about going to those conferences in direct sales. And she meets a life coach, got her life all straight. She's still with her husband, y'all, so it clearly worked out.
Yes, that's very true. That's very true. And we've been married, it'll be 7 years. So yes, that's very true. I'm still married.
Still married. He still likes her, y'all. And so she decided to get her credentials and become a life coach herself. And so I want to share her information with you all. If you all are interested in any type of mental wellness and life coaching and getting your life back together, her information is on the screen. You can grab it, screenshot it, do whatever you do. You can call her, email her, text her, check out her website, all that good stuff, and support this business, y'all. Support this business because she's doing some things. And so we are, in our last couple minutes of the show, I wanted to know, do you have like any type of closing remarks before I close out this show? I appreciate you, girl. I appreciate you for reaching out to me.
Oh yeah, no, I appreciate you having this because it's necessary.
Thank you.
And I think everyone likes to have these words of wisdom, and I'm just kind of like, we've only got one life to live.
She gonna pop back on. What I'm gonna do is give you all some of my information until she pops back on. She's gonna pop back on, y'all, because they always do. So, she completely blocked out. Let me see if I can get her to hop back on. That was good, right? I love having not just people who are on here to share share their stories and when they're dealing with mental health, but I also like to bring people on that can help you, get through some things that you are going through. I think life coaches are amazing, because we all need a little help sometime with, trying to maneuver and trying to figure out, how to get through life. right? How to get through certain things, how to get through um money management and get through, relationships, get through stressors at work. Sometimes we can't do it on our own and we need a life coach. So hopefully she'll come back on because I want to hear her words of wisdom. But I appreciate you all for tuning in and watching with me this week. As always, of course, you guys know I need you to subscribe, like, and share this channel. We are back, y'all, and I'm so happy to come back. Follow me on Instagram and follow me on Facebook at Mission for Mental Health. I hold on. She texted me. Hold on. Girl, I don't know what happened. I'm gonna say, see if you can log back on. Follow me on all my social media platforms, on Instagram and on Facebook, Mission for Mental Health. I'm here. If you know anybody who would like to be a guest on the show, you guys know that you can hit me up. You can look, you see, I put that little call out on Facebook and people started responding. And, however you need to hit me up, let me know. I would love to hear your story. Please hit the like button. If you guys are still on, please hit the like button for a sister. She needs them likes, right? She needs them likes and she needs them subscribes. And I appreciate you all for commenting and keeping everything going for me during the show. I'm trying to see if she got back on, but it doesn't look like she's going to pop back on. And, as always, I said, when I start the season that I wanted to make sure that I share this information with people who are struggling. If you are in a crisis or if you know anybody that is in a crisis, you can always text 988. Share that with your friends, share that with your family, share that with people who you see. I told you she come back. Hold on one second. There she go. So share that with your friends, family, anybody, even if if you are struggling, you can text 988. They also have the chat 988lifeline.org. You could text hello to 741-741 if you are in crisis or if you know anybody in crisis. Okay. So it is important. This month is Minority Mental Health Awareness Month. So, shoot, y'all, all us brown folks, it's our month. No, but like I said, if you have any closing remarks, Michelle, we ready for them.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like, what happened?
And I can hear you so much better.
Oh, okay, good. So I'm gonna say this. We have one life to live. Do not suffer in silence. Make sure you are asking for help and make it the best life that it can be.
Yeah.
Because me personally, I wanna have fun. I wanna make sure I experience as many things as possible. And that's important to me. And I
Absolutely.
like it when people are not living their dreams. You can
Mhm.
certainly your dreams. You have the power. We all have the power to live our dreams. Yes, it does take work, it takes motivation, it takes tenacity, but there are people who are here to help you to get where you need to be. Think about all those famous people. Shit, they didn't get there just by being who they are. Shit. They had lots of
Right.
them.
Right. 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 Well, girl, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for giving me some of your time. Giving me y'all, I appreciate y'all for watching and giving us an hour of your time. Thank you for reaching out to me. You just don't know. This is my opening, my beginning from from my little hiatus. So I'm back and I'm so happy to be back. I'm booked. Your girl is booked. Your
Oh,
girl is booked. So,
oh yeah.
I'm happy and I appreciate you, girl. I'm gonna need you to stand by for me for a second while I end the show. So you're still gonna be here, but I'm gonna go ahead and end it out. Hey, I will see you guys. Remember, I told you every other Wednesday. I will see you guys. If you want to be a guest, let a sister know. Enjoy your week. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.